It helps if we turn the microphone on. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Wake Up Web3 with JC this morning. We'll see if Reptar makes it or not. So how's everybody doing this Friday? Just going to be kind of a random news day. Not a whole lot going on. Doesn't look, too bad on stuff. But it's like, we're just in the kind of same place we've been, just waiting on stuff to actually move. But yeah, we'll get into the news. We'll talk a little bit of fun stuff. If you got anything that you want to throw up in the chat there, let me know. So yeah, like I said, we're going to try and make sense of crypto today. I predict we will fail. I forgot my my headphones are in the car. I went to the gym today and was using my Bluetooth headphones. And hi, Mr. Gray. Good to see you. So I left them in the car, and I didn't feel like going back upstairs and getting them. So today I've already worked out. I'm going to be lazy. Awesome. I have also had good sleep and caffeine. So we got a whole lot more energy today. Reptar hopefully will be on here in a minute. I'm not sure. We'll see. But let's jump, leap, hop, run, walk, crawl straight to the bubbles, my bubbles. Here they are. There's your bubbles. And like we talked about yesterday, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Up again. Like he was, wow. He wasn't in the top 100 yesterday, and he ended the day. The daily, by the way, the daily candle rolls over at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Morning, Muna. So the daily candle rose over at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and you can adjust that for your time schedule. But since 7 p.m. yesterday, it made it all the way up to rank 56 yesterday, and since then it's up to rank 54. So yesterday when we were talking about this, it went from $4 to $7. If you had bought this at the end of our live stream yesterday, this is where you could have been today. Oh man, went up to 27 all the way back. It's already retraced 50% from where it was yesterday. $1.46 billion market cap. Wow. But the fundamentals we talked about yesterday still apply. It's still a Binance chain token. Is it China's AI play? Maybe. Is it an AI play that's going to pump it up? Maybe. We don't know. But if you took the short-term trade, you did great. Congratulations. But let's see where we are. Obviously, that's the big one. Filecoin. Look at that. Up 21 points. 21 points. It ranked up 21 levels. Easy for me to say. It's up $1 today in the last day. 1.63 billion market cap. What else we got? What else we got? Meme Core, no one cares. Apparently it's top 25 though. Zcash, look at that, up to number 11, going to crack into the top 10. It's an $11.8 billion market cap. Wow. Pump.fun, nobody cares. But a lot of green today. FET, I do have a little bit of information on FET for you. Good for them, moving up 12 spots today. There is good news to justify that move. Ondo's up 4. Aptos, Arrow's up 4, but Arrow's actually held up pretty well compared to the other stuff. So if we check the weekly on Arrow, you can see it's down for the week about 20 cents and about 30 cents on the month. Ooh, ouch. Okay, Arrow. Never mind. Moving on from Arrow. Sorry, Ice. What else we got? What else is interesting? Render's back up a little bit. Told you Render under 2 was a good buy, in my opinion. How's Bitcoin doing today? Right at 100. Wow, that's not great. I mean, that's not great. Dip down below 100 again. The good news is it seems to be holding 100. I'll pull up the other chart here in a minute. Holding right around 100, and something just fell off there. Did you see that? It's right there. Let's look over here and see what it was. I can't see. It's too small. We're doing on Pancake here. Not too bad. Uniswap, Pancake Swap. Just curious about those because we do have the DEX RP and Saucer Swap is another one that we keep an eye on that are both DEXs. So I like to keep an eye on Sushi and Uniswap to see how they're doing. So just I'm going to look at the others here in just a minute, but just for argument's sake, $3.5 billion market cap, and Pancake is under $1 billion market cap. Okay, so let's take this 775 market cap. Anything else interesting? Solana a little red today. XRP a little red today. 219. I think that's a good buy spot in the short term. Okay, let me switch over here. And first thing we'll look at is, the normal typical stuff here. That's the wrong screen. There we go, clicky. All right, so 336 down a little bit on our market cap for the day. Back down. We were at 24 yesterday in fear. Now we're at 21 again. And all that's just this right here. As stuff goes up, this goes up. I mean, this is interesting for me. We're not in the oversold or overbought category right now. And then obviously we're still in the Bitcoin dominant cycle there. Let's take a look at this really quickly here. Went all the way down to 99,309, which, that doesn't sound good, but you zoom out a little bit. Let's look at a weekly here. Nice little pattern here. I would need DJ to tell me how that's gonna break out, but it doesn't. I've heard some technical analysis say that 94 is a spot we could get to. I would really hate to see us get down here. When was that? That was in April. But right in here, I could see that. I mean, that support right there might have to hold. Again, I'm not a TA guy, so don't listen to anything I say with regards to this. I do want to look at real quick. Remember, 775 million is our number. Saucer Swap is currently a $28 million market cap. Where are we at? Could not find this right in front of my face. So $28 million market cap. And Sushi Swap is a $775 million market cap, which is 30x from here, roughly. Don't at me on the math there. I don't have a calculator. A 30x from here puts Saucer Swap around $1. I think that might be a little outside what's going to happen, but I don't think it's impossible. Good numbers here on the circulating supply versus the max supply. We do like Saucer Swap. The thing I think that holds it back is Uniswap and Sushi Swap were both on were both dexes for big chains. And while HBAR will be a big chain, it's actually a hashgraph, not a blockchain. But while it will be big and a lot of people are using it, I don't know how big it's going to be this cycle as far as that goes, and so that may hinder this this token. And then the other one I wanted to look at, it's not going to be up here yet. I don't think that's going to be it. I think their ticker is actually going to be DXP. So I don't know. We'll see. Can't check that yet. All right. How's everybody doing this morning? How's your Friday? Let me check one thing really quickly. Okie dokie. Yeah, can you tell I got a lot more sleep? Because I did. I got some good sleep, had a good breakfast, went and worked out, feeling the energy today. Need some more caffeine. All right. Let's talk about probably what's dragging down the markets from CoinShares Co. Macro uncertainty deepens. Uncertainty. Markets don't like uncertainty. We have supportive policy backdrop. We do have a rate cut. I'll check the last we checked, it was a 65-35 on another. Yeah, exactly right, Mr. Gray. Just waiting on the government to open back up and do their jobs. Well, open back up anyway. Since when have they done their jobs? So yeah, this is kind of what we're looking at here. The shutdown, I think, is what's causing the most uncertainty. Obviously, you can toss into that not the Supreme Court. Is it going before the Supreme Court? Shoot, I can't remember now. So there's a debate whether Congress can reverse Trump's tariffs. It's an interesting constitutional argument just because originally the Constitution gave the power of tariffs 100% to the legislative branch. However, in the last 30 to 50 years, Congress has repeatedly ceded a lot of their authority to the executive branch and said, yeah, we like to argue about this too much. So in some cases, we need the president to just have the power to make these decisions on his own. And so now that's coming back to bite him in the butt. So there's a constitutional argument about whether or not Congress can, based on the laws that they've passed, can they overrule Trump's tariffs? And so we'll see how that goes. That's more uncertainty. Steam Finance halts. Okay, I don't know. Stream Finance, I don't even know who that is. Bitcoin whales are selling. I did see that there has been some. I haven't seen selling, but I have seen movement. Stuff is going to move. So yeah, market update. Government shutdowns affecting things. October 10th, we saw that. That's still, people are still very, very, very shy, knowing that crap can happen again. Stream Finance was apparently a DeFi player. Yeah, they failed because a lot of things did. All right, manufacturing activity. That's going to be, I know that one of the things Trump campaigned on was bringing manufacturing back to the United States, but that doesn't happen overnight. You have to build the buildings to manufacture in. You have to build that up. So that will take some time. And investments have been promised and starting to be made, but that's going to probably take 5 to 10 years. Futures markets, yep. They're expecting fewer cuts. Well, yeah, they're not going to cut. They're not going to cut for the next year. They're going to cut a few times, but not every time. And then, great. Thank you for your disclaimer. Yeah, we all give disclaimers because lawyers. Because people are too stupid to think for themselves. And so they'll just listen to anybody, anywhere, and go, well, they told me to do it. They told me if I cut my hand off, it would grow back. They didn't put a disclaimer, so I need $40 billion in damages. Anyway. So there is a vote today. Hopefully, I'm not holding my breath. There's a vote every day. Breaking! The Senate will vote today to advance a deal aimed at ending. They vote every day. It's not breaking news. Freaking clickbaiting. Just like I told you yesterday. All these guys come on. Breaking! Trump is going to announce crypto regulations from the breaking news. White House Oval Office major announcement. No, he has an Oval Office press conference every damn Thursday. It's not breaking news. It's not major emergency. Yes, thank you, Mr. Gray. Rule number 1. What was the big breaking Oval Office? Trump's going to rule the world announcement. What was it? Oh, hey, the U.S. has made a deal with some drug manufacturing companies and some insurance companies to cover some of the new weight loss drugs under Medicare. Yeah. I feel like, what's the guy, Cobby Lane? Love that guy. Great story, by the way. Went from like poorest country in Africa to I'm just going to make some TikTok videos exposing how people are stupid, and now he's a millionaire. Love it. Yeah, here's this week's news. Western Union picks Solana. MasterCard partnered with XRP. Yep, that's it. That's it. There you go. Solana-based network also does, like we talked about yesterday. It's good that XRP is partnering with MasterCard. So is everyone else. And here, I wanted to bring this up. Thanks to Rupert, All in Crypto. Go watch his stuff. Like, subscribe to his YouTube channel. It is freaking gold. I've learned, the people I've learned the most from, All in Crypto, Wendy O, even BitBoy Crypto. I learned some bad things there, but did learn. Raoul Powell, Crypto Tips, Crypto Jeb, and oh gosh, I blanked on his partner there for a while. Who Tim? Tim, I think I have him up here later. We'll get his name. But anyway, so FET holders, after the unfortunate events with the Ocean Protocol thing, FET itself, which is separating from ASI, it says he's a TA guy. So he points out this huge falling wedge. It goes all the way back to 2024. Here's the election pump, which everyone got. But yeah, so he's drawing this to this point because it touches 1, 2, 3. So it hits 3 points there, and it hits 1 and 2, 3, 4 right here. I think this is a lot more accurate on the short term, but that's just my opinion. But he points out that right now, this pattern gives you this target from 27 up to 348. So if you're a chart guy, if you're a technical analyst guy, and you now this is not you don't get a one candle up to here. He just says that this is where it projects to. So if you're and FET is an AI play. Up to you on that. Just wanted to throw that out there and say that there is some news on FET as far as this goes technically. We'll see what happens with their. I mean, it could be, this is a great pattern, but if they have dumped their project's plan and utility and they're no longer going to be doing anything with it, then it doesn't matter what the pattern looks like, except it's just going to go because these patterns don't play out 100% of the time. What else we got? I'm trying to do a quick news thing because I have to clean the house like a mofo today. Here we go. Anthony Papagliano, traditional finance players. Traditional finance players are steadily accumulating Bitcoin. Whales are dumping Bitcoin, according to the one guy. I've seen some movement, but not dumping, just selling some. And my guess on that is there is a chance that we could roll over into a bear market if things don't get better. So they're like, well, maybe I'll just take a little profit here and have some dry powder. Could be, don't know, just speculation. But yeah, traditional finance players, long-term vision, they are steadily accumulating, eager to buy from the early holders. So, I mean, if you've had Bitcoin for 10 years, I don't blame you for taking profit. But these guys, the traditional finance guys, are like looking 10, 20, 30, 40 years in the future going, yeah, we probably want to hang on to this forever. So if we get it here, now we'll get it as cheaply as we can, but they're going to DCA in all the way down through the bear. Institutional demand is rising, and yet prices are falling. That should tell you something. What's the dude with the glasses and like he puts the big thick glasses on? Something's fucky. Yeah, that's my opinion. This was from Ripple Swell yesterday and BlackRock. I did a little more research on this because this is just some random guy. Shout out to Jungle Inc. Crypto News at Jungle Inc. XRP. Cool. But BlackRock has mentioned that their $1 trillion market is going to be ready for blockchain adoption. And that Ripple could be used to move that. So the NASDAQ CEO, we talked about her yesterday, said, and this is the part I want to hit. Once regulation hits, institutions will flood in. And I would not be surprised if these institutions know from their, just personal friends in the government when the shutdown is going to end, because it's all a game. But I wouldn't be surprised if these big boys know, or if they're like, look, y'all get this done. We're going to slide you some money. Let's go. We'll see. I don't know. Just speculation. But once they get back in and this Clarity Act passes and any other crypto bill stuff passes, and especially if we get something about no taxes, no tax, capital gains is the word I'm looking for. I don't know. Maybe I need to back off on the caffeine. Maybe I'm just running too fast here and feeling like Elon Musk. Not really. Did you see he's about the shareholders, I guess, of Tesla voted to approve him a $1 trillion compensation package? It must be nice. Must be nice. Yeah. Elon Musk will be a trillionaire. Which, I mean, good for him. Well done. But yeah, once if we can get no capital gains on U.S.-based crypto, and we get some good regulations with the Clarity Act, and it gets passed, institutions are coming in. Institutions are coming in. That's what I'm waiting for. Jack the Rippler. I feel bad for giving this guy any screen time because he's one of those people yesterday that was like, breaking major announcement coming from the Oval Office. Trump emergency announcement from the, like, he does that like this. He's a headline clickbaiter guy, but he actually does have good information every now and then. Yeah, and he also hit on the BlackRock is coming out on this. This is actually just, if you want to watch this is on his thing. I would recommend it. It's a 1-minute clip with the exec from BlackRock, as well as I believe it's the lady from. No, maybe it's not. That's a different lady. But it's worth a minute of your time if you want to go watch it. I'm not gonna play it here just because apparently playing other content is frowned upon by YouTube. We gotta some kind of AI bot for not YouTube, but for South Park, basically flagged everyone that used any South Park clips to talk about and flagged them for a copyright strike. And so we had to reply to YouTube and be like, no, this is fair use. We just took a 1-minute clip and we're discussing it. We're not broadcasting their copyrighted material. So anyway, what about Mr. Gray, Moona? Y'all got anything interesting? What are y'all doing this weekend? The last thing I want to hit on is more news from DEXRP. They partnered with AZEX.io to advance the XRPL ecosystem. They're entering a collab phase and discussing future integrations, which is nice. They're partnering. This is the XRP decentralized exchange. First one that's coming out. And I hope we do well with it. But here's AZEX. They're announcing the partner they're going to deliver. So this is the people they partner with. They're looking to deliver ultra fast settlements on the ledger, which is already super fast. Permissionless perpetual trading. That's kind of a big deal. Deep cross-chain liquidity. Cross-chain is excellent. Cross-chain is the future. Yeah, Mr. Gray, that's really it. And the markets are waiting to see what the U.S. government's going to do. That's it. Like, we're just waiting on these jackwagons in D.C. to quit playing their stupid give me more money games and get back to work. By the way, did you see they voted down a bill to not pay themselves during the shutdown? A senator or a representative, I can't remember which, put forth a bill saying, look, if we're not going to pass anything, we're not getting paid. We're not getting paid while the government shut down. And they're like, yeah, no, we're not going to pass that. So anyway, institutional grade trading for everyone is great. This turns out to be another big partnership for them. Yeah. Mr. Gray, I agree with you there. Up or down, I suspect I will round trip my crypto again. If it's just down from here, like if we really did top out and we're headed down, yeah, I'll end up round tripping. We're not at targets where I want to take profits, and I don't need. I can round trip. I don't need to take profits this time. I would like to reinvest, but if we're over and we're round tripping, yeah. I don't think we are, just based on the quantitative easing hasn't started yet. The Clarity Act has not passed yet. The ETFs have not been approved yet. I think we have so many things that once they happen will continue the bull run that this is just, I don't know, maybe we have a micro pullback, a micro bear, and then a run up. I don't know. But let me check the Fed rates real quick. See what our odds are. We got 33 days till the next Fed meeting. Oops, wrong screen. I keep trying to do that. So right now we're at 70-30 for another 25 basis points cut. So yeah, you're exactly right. Why would they sacrifice their money? Rules for thee and not for me. All you need to know about the United States Congress is they passed a law allowing themselves to insider trade. It is legal for them to insider trade. Martha Stewart goes to prison, but it's legal for them to insider trade, which is the biggest piece of bullshit in the history of the United States government. Anytime the Congress can make laws that say they are allowed to do things that are illegal for you, it is bullshit. Should we end there? I think we should end there. That's what I think about the United States Congress. I hope you all have a fabulous Friday. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope the Senate gets off their collective money-grabbing asses and reopens the government. Reopen the stuff that has to open, and then you can actually, argue about the subjective stuff about, well, we want this, well, we want this, well, we'll give you this, well, we want do that with the government open, you fucktards. Yeah, there's no ethics. That's like, every now and then I toy with the idea of like, what if I could go up there? No, you can't. You can't make a dent in these losers, these corrupt pieces of trash. I swear, if we can get some type of constitutional republic set up on the moon or Mars with, the very first amendment being Congress or the legislative body will not make laws that do not apply to themselves or that allow them to do things that are otherwise illegal for everyone else. Like, that needs to be the first amendment on the books. Anyway, yep, rant over. I could rant on that for days. I'm pretty pissed off. Sorry, Hackett. We are heading off soon. Been running my mouth nonstop for almost 30 minutes, and people get tired of hearing me because I'm not that interesting without Reptar. We play off each other well, but each of us by themselves are a little boring. But hopefully you got a little bit of update on the news. There's not a whole lot going on. We're all just in a holding pattern waiting for the government. And that's a garbage place to be. Stay tuned next week. I might be coming to you from a different location just for next week. Have a great weekend. If you're down here in the eastern half of the U.S., watch out for that snow. I'm down in the southeast, and we got snow projected for Saturday and Sunday. That's all I got. Chompy, take us to the weekend, baby. Chomp, chomp.